Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to one and all. Before beginning my lecture, let me first brief you about the Managerial Statistics course. This course will help students in sound decision making by providing accurate estimates about costs, demand prices, sales, etc., and arrive at inferences. It paves the way or lays foundation for important research work activities which will form a part of the advanced levels. So without much further ado, let me start chapter 1 with regards to introduction to statistics, and I have also quoted the reference below for your information. At the end of this chapter, the student should be able to understand the meaning, essentials, and objectives of statistics. He or she must be able to apply the knowledge of what is statistics to discern its functions, importance, and limitations. And also, the student can understand the various branches of statistics and able to differentiate between the important terms, that is, population and sample, and also will be able to understand the meaning and types of variables, understand the various types of measurement scales used, and also will be able to understand the meaning of statistical survey and the different methods used in collection of data. Finally, he or she will also be able to frame questionnaires of their own. Before moving to introduction of statistics part, one has to understand its conceptual framework. That is, this course, Managerial Statistics, is not a new discipline. An ounce of truth will produce tons of statistics. Statistics can prove anything. That is why it is deemed to be a very old branch of knowledge. The word statistics seems to have been derived from Latin word status or Italian word statista or German word statistic or the French word statistique, which all means political state or government. In the past, it was used by rulers. It is further regarded as the science of statecraft, that is, the byproduct of any administrative activity of the state. In the days of yore, it was known as the science of kings. It can otherwise also called as political science, though now it is not termed as such. It means it gives end results in the form of facts, figures, and reports to its users. Rulers and kings needed information about their land, agriculture, commerce, population of their states to assess their military potential, their wealth, taxation, and other aspects of government. So, this is what we need to understand with regard to science of kings, otherwise called as political science. One must understand the definitions are categorized into singular and plural. Singular definitions are based on science, plural definitions are based on numerical data. The three definitions, what you see in the slide, are plural definitions given by Webster, Bowley, Yule, and Kendall. Let us see what Webster has defined with regards to statistics. Statistics are classified facts representing the conditions of people in a state, especially those facts which can be stated in numbers or in tables of numbers. Now, looking into Webster's definition, it is a very old and narrow definition, but it seems to be inadequate for modern times. Now, let's move on to Bowley's definition. Statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. Now, focusing on Bowley's definition, it is more general than Webster's definition, and it is also related to numerical data in any department of inquiry with comparative study of figures. Now, let us see Yule and Kendall. By statistics, we mean quantitative data affected to a marked extent by multiplicity of causes. Now, looking into Yule and Kendall definition, it is not exhaustive and it fails to provide for comparative study of the figures and their arrangements. Now, let us understand the meaning of statistics. Statistics is understood by different people in different ways and different formats. For some people, it is understood as tables, charts, figures, etc. And for some people, it is understood as science, and some people, it is regarded as set of figures. And also for some people, it is a method of studying quantitative information regarding some phenomena. For example, the rise of population, how much should be allocated as educational funds. Statistics means data or numerical statements. It is the branch of applied mathematics which is concerned with collection and analysis of data. So, after understanding the meaning of statistics, one can come to a conclusion that planning without statistics cannot be imagined. Statistics are the eyes of any administration, and also they are the aids for supervision. Statistics are invaluable for any type of businesses, and statistical methods are indispensable for qualitative studies, qualitative as well as quantitative studies.
After understanding the introduction, definitions, and meaning of statistics, let me discuss about the essentials and objectives of statistics. Let us start with the first essentials of statistics. Statistics are aggregate of facts. Aggregate means we all know it is average. So statistics are a part of aggregate of facts relating to any particular field of inquiry. No single or isolated items can be termed as statistics. Now, to calculate the aggregate of facts, we use a simple average formula. That is, we take down the total sum of all numbers divided by number of item in a given set. Now, the second essential is affected by multiplicity of causes. The facts are hardly ever traceable to a single cause. They are affected by multiplicity of causes or factors. The joint effect of all the causes on a single item is studied with the help of the statistical techniques. We are more concerned with the facts rather than their causes. The third essential talks about numerically expressed. As you can see the slide below, the chart and table are numerically expressed. In this regard, statistics are quantitatively expressed. The facts having qualitative characters cannot be termed as statistics. However, the qualitative aspects, which can be expressed numerically by assigning scores or ranks or standards, can be treated as statistics. The fourth essential talks about enumerated or estimated according to reasonable standards of accuracy. Here, for precise results, statistics must be accurately compiled. When a complete enumeration or estimation is not possible, in that case, the sampling method is adopted and a reasonable standard of accuracy is maintained in collecting, classifying, and analyzing the data. It all depends upon the nature and purpose of the inquiry for which statistics are to serve. Statistics is also known as science as well as an art. In what regard it is known, let us see. Statistics is the science and art of handling aggregate of facts by observing, enumerating, recording, classifying, and otherwise systematically treating them. So, in this regard, it is considered as a science as well as an art. It deals with the quantitative mass data. What is quantitative mass data? For example, weight, height, or size of an object or anything that comes under the category of quantitative mass data with regards to calculation of statistics. It includes collection, classification, tabulation, and presentation of data. To understand clearly, let us look at the picture given below. Population is divided into urban and village. It is further broken down into male and female in both the categories, and in the table, different states are listed based on the production of food grains in tons and the profit for the year starting from 2001 to 2005 is being estimated. So, this is how collection, classification, tabulation, and presentation of data is done through statistics. It is a system of analysis and synthesis of numerical data. It is a device of summarization, treatment, and interpretation of data. Here you can see, for example, how a blood sample report looks. You can look on the screen. This may give clarity on the analysis, synthesis, device summarization, treatment, and interpretation of data. By looking in this sample blood report, it gives details like, for example, WBC, RBC, what is a count the analysis shows, and what is normal and abnormal. Based on the report, the doctor will give his opinion. So, this is the sample to just understand. Now, its purpose is mainly to obtain and explore knowledge. Once you obtain the results, you may come up with new ideas and insights. So it involves the technique of drawing conclusions and making wise decisions in the face of uncertainty. Now, for example, in COVID-19 situation, how will you increase sales? The only possible way is through using online resources. So this needs to be explored, communicated and done quickly in order to achieve and enhance the sales, for example. It includes various methods of analyzing the data. Now, looking below the statistical methods, it is broken down into descriptive methods and inferential method. In descriptive method, graphs and numerical summaries are used, and in inferential methods, confidence levels and significance tests are being done. This we will see in much detail in our coming chapters. It is collected in a systematic manner, collected for a predetermined purpose, and it is also comparable. Let us just take an example taken in the year 7th of September 2016, a population statistics between expatriates and Omanis. It shows 45 percentage of expatriates and 54 percentage of Omanis. Now, in comparable part, one has to understand all statistics are numerical statements of facts, but all numerical statements of facts are not statistics. This is the point we have to keep in mind. Why I am trying to tell, data of population of various vilayats of Oman is statistics. But if we say I have four brother and sister, which though may be a fact, but it is not considered to be statistics. So this is the part we need to understand. So it is done in a systematic manner, it is collected for a predetermined purpose, and it is easily comparable. Now let us go into the objectives of statistics. Now, you may just imagine COVID-19 situation. Suppose you want to study the population with various variables. Why are we doing? Mainly to save the population to the possible extent which helps to make better decision and solve problems. In line to that, the following are the various objectives of statistics. The first objective talks about to make sense from the population or mass, to take action on the basis of available data, to bear light on the complexity of a problem, to forecast the future trend from the data. So this is based on the scenario what I told. And also to prove unknown from the known fact, to examine the changes in a particular activity, to draw conclusions from the information, to provide basis for the formation of knowledge relating to a particular field of activity. Finally, the quantitative data are processed for the purpose of doing something and making use of them. So they are utilized to examine the problems concerning a field of inquiry in their true perspective, to find out the causes of changes and to estimate their probable effects. So statistical methods are employed as a tool for comparison between past and present events to throw light on the reasons of changes. So that is our objectives of statistics. Now, after understanding the introduction, definition, meaning, essentials, and objectives of statistics, let us have a self test with some sample multiple choice questions to check our level of understanding. Question number one: under which of the following situations is statistics considered to be a science? We have options: when non numerical data is used, when formula are used, when random conclusions are made. I think you can guess, you can try and find the answer. Any guess? Yes, the answer is when formula are used. Question number two: which of the following statements is not true about statistics? We need to be very careful. This is a negative question. It is asking not true. The options are: it is a numerical presentation of data, conclusions can be arrived at using statistics, the data collected is individualized and not comparable. Any guesses? The correct answer is the data collected is individualized and not comparable. Let's move on to question number 3. Who defined statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry? The definition is not completed, it is continuing. That is why it is given in 3 dots. The options are Yule and Kendall, Bowley, Webster. In this question, you need to identify the author who defines statistics or numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry. Any guess? The correct answer is Bowley. Let's move on to question number 4. The word statistic is derived from dash. The options are Italian word, French word, German word. This is the most easiest question where I have discussed in the very beginning of the statistics introduction part. Any guess? The answer is German word.
After understanding the essentials and objectives of statistics with the self test multiple choice questions and answers, now let us focus on the functions and the utility of statistics in the field of business and industry, business management, administration and government, research, planning, and banking and insurance sectors. First, let us focus on the functions of statistics. It simplifies the complex mass data in an intelligible manner. For example, whatever may be the volume of complex mass data, statistics gives us a clear understanding through tables, reports, and figures. It enlarges individual experience that helps in making decisions. For example, it may help any individual in business world or academics to perform their next level of activities through decision making. It indicates tendencies or trends or positions or directions of changes in data. To understand this point, let us see the image example. This shows the movement of stocks which provides ideas for investors whether to invest, sell, or hold these stocks. They will get more clarity by looking into the share price indexes. It collects the data systematically in a definite form as information useful for various purposes. It presents data in a most suitable manner that can be understood at a glance. For example, let us look at the electronic dashboard of a car, which displays temperature, fuel indication, battery indicator, speed warning indicator, etc. When a driver is driving, at what speed he or she is driving, whether appropriate speed they are maintaining, whether fuel needs to be filled in, or whether battery needs to be changed, all these statistics are provided. When a person looks at a glance, he or she can easily understand. It compares one set of data with another and discloses the comparative position. For example, if you want to buy mobile phone, you start to compare between Apple and Samsung or any other mobile. You compare the features, prices, application, and finally decide which one is the best one and you decide to buy. It studies or establishes relationships between the two related aspects of a particular phenomenon. So, students, for example, if you are a researcher, by setting up hypotheses for a project study or a research study, relationships can be tested and determined based on problem identification on the selected topic of the researcher's area. So, when you do a study, you will get more clarity. So statistics, it guides the management in formulation, plans and policies. Statistics is very vitally important for the management in framing its plan and policies. It acts as a guide in measuring the effects of government policies and business. It serves as a guide in measuring the effects of government policies, helps businesses to overcome its negative impacts. It assists in testing the hypothesis in theory and discovering new theories. Like, for example, it also helps to set different types of hypotheses like null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, and after setting which one to reject, that also can be identified. It is also very highly helpful in forecasting, whether in the long or short run, it can be understood and forecasted in an easier way. Now, let us understand the utility of statistics in the field of business and industry. Statistics is an aid to business and commerce in promoting and pushing its goods and services to a greater extent. When a person enters business, he enters the profession of forecasting. This will enable businesses to identify their gaps with appropriate solutions in the long or short run. Modern statistical devices have made business forecasting more precise and accurate. In this regard, businesses nowadays decide to change or remain unchanged as per the statistical device results. Let us look on the utility of statistics in business management perspective. One of the most important function of business management is to coordinate the activities of the various departments to secure maximum efficiency with minimum effort. For example, this can be achieved by statistical reports presented in meetings and through brainstorming sessions conducted in companies. Modern statistical tools of collection, classification, tabulation, analysis, and interpretation of data have been found to be an important aid in making wise decisions at various levels of management function. So therefore, it is understood that statistical reports are very important for making decisions at the various levels of corporate management. Now let us focus on the utility of statistics in administration or government. For efficient administration, governments must depend on statistics. The governments must collect statistical data whenever they adopt measures to achieve the objectives like reducing inequalities in the distribution of wealth, income, etc. So we can understand that governments also depends on statistical report for addressing key issues, developing their economy, building infrastructure, reducing inequalities in the distribution of wealth, income, etc. Now let us focus on the utility of statistics in the field of research. Modern statistical methods and statistical data are increasingly useful in research in different fields. In the field of business activities and in the field of economic activities, research works are being undertaken with the help of statistical methods. So, students, if you have a sound statistical knowledge on research, it will help you to use proper methods to collect, analyze, and present the results in order to achieve a degree, a highest discipline called doctor degree. It is also crucial to make scientific discoveries, decisions, and predictions. Let us see the utility of statistics in the important aspect of planning. Modern age is an age of planning. For planning to be successful, statistical data are vitally necessary. So planning cannot be managed without statistics. Therefore, it guides in the formulation of suitable policies well in advance for predictions in business. Now let us see the utility of statistics to bankers and insurance companies. Statistical method help various economic entities. A banker must make statistical study of business cycle. Now, how banker statistics is useful, let us see. Bankers use statistical approaches based on probability to estimate the number of deposits and their claims for a certain day, week, or month, etc. So, in order to understand what is the total deposits they have, what is the total withdrawals done by customers, and balances remain with them, in order to understand, statistics serves them a purpose a lot. The stock exchange brokers, speculators, and investors, etc., must rely on statistical data for precise forecasting. These people they mainly depend on statistics for investing on shares and on any other financial which is valuable businesses which will give more profit to them. The success of insurance company depends on the accurate basic data that it uses for the calculation of premium rates, etc. So, insurance companies use statistics to determine what risk an insured poses to an insurance company, what percentage of policies is likely to pay out, and how much received as premiums and settled as claims. Statistics will display the result. Also, how much money a company can expect to pay out in claims as well as money to be received in premiums in the coming future can also be noted by insurance companies. After knowing the functions and utility of statistics in the various fields, these facts will help you to understand the importance of statistics. So, students, let us now begin to understand the importance as well as the limitations of statistics. Now, let us understand why statistics is so important for our business. They are the eyes of administration. All businessmen and statesmen can give sound advice on the problems with the help of adequate data before them to base their facts. Now, for example, if the statistics of a company's sales is in front of the chief executive officer, he can suggest ways to increase it further or he can discuss the causes for the fall of the same. So, once again, like how our eyes are very important for us, statistics are regarded as the eyes of any administration. So, to provide an opinion, ideas, suggestion, etc., statistical data are serving as a base for any individuals or businessmen or doctors, lawyers, engineers, scientists, researchers, statesmen, or CEO or higher officials or authorities. Therefore, nowadays it is treated as the arithmetic of human welfare and it is indispensable for a clear appreciation of any problem affecting the welfare of mankind. That is why it is said to be the eyes of administration and it is so important. They also aid in supervision. Statistics become tools for the supervision of work in estimating the efficiency of the employees. For example, statistics of past performance of production of employees can form the basis of supervising the employees to see that the efficiency levels do not fall behind. Not only that, in addition, I would like to add some example. In companies, managers perform evaluations to benefit both employees and the employer. The most significant benefit of the appraisal system for the manager or the concerned head is that it provides a statistical document of employees' performance over a specific period. It clarifies the employee's role and status in the organization. Employee appraisal reports provide the opportunity to recognize and reward employees and to ensure they feel valued for the work that they do. By monitoring performance and progress against objectives, employers can access whether to reward staff with salary increases, promotions, or bonuses. So that's how the statistics provides aid in supervising the efficiency of the employees working in companies. They are invaluable to business. Statistics become tools for projection of sales targets and comparative statistics of profits over years, which helps businesses to decide their strategic future goals. It also helps businesses to deal with uncertainties by forecasting seasonal, cyclic, and general economic fluctuations. It also helps in sound decision making by providing accurate estimates on costs, demand, prices, sales, etc. It also helps in business planning on the basis of sound predictions and assumptions. Now let us focus on the limitations of statistics. Now, what do you mean by limitation? Limitation means restriction or weakness or lack of capacity or problems. We can also say demerits or the negatives. It ignores qualitative aspects. What is that qualitative aspects? It cannot study those qualitative phenomenon which cannot be expressed quantitatively. Now, for example, we can record marks of students, but not the reasons for their performance. Statistics consider only these facts that can be expressed quantitatively. It means statistics do not record qualitative aspects of data like honesty, integrity, loyalty, which cannot be studied under the scope of statistics. To study the qualitative data, first it must be converted into the quantitative form, and then the technique of statistical analysis can be applied on it. It does not study individual items. A single isolated figure cannot be considered as statistics. Only group characteristics can be studied. For example, the temperature of one day is not statistics, but the temperature recorded over a period of a week becomes statistics. Therefore, in this regard, the results of the statistics are not applicable on the individuals. This is so because statistics cannot deal with the single, isolated, and ungrouped data. It deals with a set of observations only. Its laws are not exact. The laws are true only on the average in the long run. It does not hold true in every individual case. For example, the performance of the class based on average is good, but the performance of an individual student can be erratic. Moreover, they are not like the exact laws of physical sciences. which are said to hold true in every individual case. Statistical laws only show approximate tendencies in these cases. It does not reveal the entire story. It just provides a solution to a problem but cannot study the problem itself. Its results depend on many other evidences also. Too much dependence on statistics can lead to wrong conclusions. It is only a means to an end and not the end by itself. Increasing study hours can lead to enhancement of knowledge, but knowledge can be based on individual capability as well. Statistics do not provide solutions to all kinds of problems in all circumstances. That is what we need to understand from these points. So there are so many problems which are affected by many factors like culture, religion, history, philosophy, characters, etc. Therefore, statistics are not of so much help to study all such problems is what we need to understand. It is liable to be misused. It is dangerous in the hands of those who do not know how to use statistics. So, statistics can be easily misused if the wrong person is using it. There is lots of personal judgment or biasness involved in it while selecting the analysis technique as well as selecting the sample and as well as deriving the results. Even as a statistician or researcher, they themselves can misuse the data collected if he has no proper knowledge to use it or if he is inexperienced by applying bias analysis technique by choosing favorable items in the sample. So data can be misused in these ways. Now, after understanding the importance and limitations of statistics, let us self test with some sample multiple choice questions to test our level of understanding. Let us see question number 1. Statistics aids as a basis for which subject? The options are chemistry, research methodology, business mathematics. I hope you know the answers. Students, you can guess. The correct answer is research methodology. Question number 2. Who among the following uses statistics for understanding the unequal distribution in wealth of the economy? The options are enumerators, banks, government bodies. Could you please guess the answers, students? The answer is government bodies. Question number 3. Which of the following is considered to be a demerit of statistics? The options are conclusions can be drawn, it depends on other evidences besides the ones that are obvious, helps in predictions. The answer is it depends on other evidences besides the ones that are obvious. Which of the following statements is correct? Statistics cannot enable the study of qualitative phenomenon. Option number 2, statistics enables the study of qualitative phenomenon. The answer is statistics cannot enable the study of qualitative phenomenon.